How we doing, everybody? Just an update as to where we're at. We're coming down the home stretch. Things have gone well. We got a couple of guys with, tired arms. It's the usual with the young guys. They don't realize how much throwing takes place. And so we shut a few down. We're kind of backing off a few of them, but all in all, it's been good. The competition's been, the scrimmages have been good. And, the COVID stuff, we're doing good there. We haven't had any cases of, probably three or 4 weeks. So all good there.
Hey, Mike, just wondering, has the fall maybe gone as you expected or better than you expected? And also, has it helped figure some things out, or has it just been more about getting the guys back in shape and getting back to ball?
It's really, truly been about that because you can say what you want. They think they're working hard at home, and but they're not anywhere close to being in baseball shape. And that goes pitchers and hitters. And so we've been really focusing on that. And we still think we're going to be a pitching-oriented group, and that goes hand in hand with the defense. And we've been spending a lot of time, infield defense-wise.
With regards to the infield, first base seemed to be a spot where you guys had a few guys competing. Do you kind of have an idea of who might take the reins there when the spring rolls around?
Really, nobody's really separated themselves. It's been stated to them many times that the defenders are going to play because, again, we can't run the risk of, playing defense like we did last year. And I feel like we're getting there. But there's really 3 guys at each spot, and everybody right now is, still competing. There's nothing that's set in stone anywhere. I mean, behind the plate, you could say that's set in stone.
Through the scrimmages, how important has it been to put guys in stressful situations so that when regular season rolls around, they're ready to go in any situation?
Yeah, we're actually just now starting that phase of, heckling from the dugout and, trying to put them in situations where they get those butterflies in their stomach. And, the young guys are the ones that you really focus on. Even though it was just 17 games, I feel a lot better about, the ones that were freshmen last year. We call them COVID freshmen. That really did help them. So I feel more comfortable with them, than the young pups that are true freshmen.
Coach, has anything really truly surprised you through fall?
Some of the freshman arms that, we thought were good, but come to find out they're really, really good. And we're really pleased with that. So that's probably been the biggest, wow. I think Jack Anderson's made a nice jump. Matt Nelson's hitting home runs and showing some more power. I shouldn't say it's surprising, but it's a good thing. I know that.
Well, last time I was out.
Oh, go ahead, Chris.
Sorry, Ryan. You can go ahead, Ryan. Go ahead.
Conditioning wise, are you pleased with how the guys have come along over the last couple weeks?
Yeah. And again, that the whole getting your body can handle it and getting used to it. See, the working out on top of practice is probably the biggest, wow for the young guys. And they've got to get used to it. And, they're coming out of that soreness and being able to, withstand it. So, we've got a long way to go, but I do like the direction that we're heading and the leadership that's being shown by quite a few guys.
When I came out there a couple of weeks ago, I saw Reese Albert crank one off Connor Grady. I think it hit the circus tent, in fact. What's it like just seeing Reese kind of like his old self again, where the swing seems to be up to snuff, and he definitely looks more comfortable than he did last year when he came back? Yeah,
unfortunately, he got a little pulled groin issue right now. So, but he was, swinging it good, and he's still hitting, but we're not letting him, take off running. So he's probably not going to play in the Garnet Gold game. Would be my guess, but hopefully he can get healed up. But yeah, he's been playing really well this fall.
You mentioned Nelly before, but him and Robbie both look like they've slimmed down quite a bit. What has that done for their games this fall?
Yeah, they're both definitely more athletic, lighter on their feet. You know, Robbie really needed it. Nelly obviously can get away with it as a catcher, but you know, to show dedication and, you know, to the pro people, look, this is, you know, what I want to do for a living, and it's definitely going to benefit them. And you know, Nelly's been playing great. Robbie's been doing his thing, and of late he's really been on a tear. He had 3 or 4 hits the other day, but he's throwing better. He's just looser. You know, everything's, you know, more lean and loose.
You know, Dylan and Tyler both had good years last year, but they didn't have fall ball. I guess, how big has the fall ball been for them, and especially Dylan on the mound?
Yeah, that was one that I probably should have put in the surprise on the mound, because he, you know, there was some issues of, you know, strikes and throwing 3 pitches, 4 strikes, and he's really pitched well this fall. Defensively, he's improved, him and Tyler. That's what the fall, you know, you're talking about, golly, probably close to 500, 800 ground balls, and you know, getting used to the speed of guys getting down the line and the angles that you have to take defensively. And, you know, they're both right where we want them to be.
When guys have seen each other so many times, hitters versus pitchers, I guess, how do you balance results versus just the product of good at-bats at this point of the fall?
Yeah, we have so many arms that it's different in years past, because you're right. In years past, it was like, all right, can he really hit, or is he just seeing this guy so many times that, you know, he's getting his way with him. But we've got so many different, I mean, we've got, golly, I think it's, when everybody's healthy, 26 pitchers. So you can mix them up to where they don't see them very often. So that's what we've tried to do.
When you don't know really what sort of format the season's going to be, if you don't know if you're going to have midweek games or how many weekend games, do you kind of look at the starting pitcher roles in a different way, or is it just as normal as usual with those 3 weekend spots?
Well, we're preparing as usual to, you know, get 5 guys ready as starters. And because you can always back guys down, but you can't all of a sudden, you know, train them as a reliever and then start them. So that's what we're doing this year. There's about literally 12 guys competing for those 5 starting spots. And, you know, again, you're right. I don't have any idea what they're going to let us do in regards to the schedule. And, you know, hopefully we'll know something here shortly.
That was going to sort of be my question. Have they told you anything about scheduling, even a start date?
Nothing.
Nothing.
No. Hoping things are going. I mean, because the problem is the flights. You can't
Right.
just all of a sudden, you know, get a travel party of 50 to wherever you need to get. We got to start planning for this stuff. And so everybody's getting a little antsy, to say the least. We just need some direction from NCAA on, okay, this is what you, then, all right, you're going to let the conferences decide, or, you know, just some sort of direction.
I think something that I've noticed being out here most days is during BPA, I think it seems like almost every ball is going to the opposite field. I guess, how important is the emphasis of going to the opposite field, and what does that do when it comes to games?
Yeah, it just translates into better decision making. You know, like I've always said, the great ones hit what they should hit and take what they should take. And the longer you can see the ball, which means you're going to hit it to the backside, you know, you can wait longer. All right, I pitch it and what I want, I'll take it, so on and so forth. And, you know, we did get full happy at times last year, but we're really trying to stress it. And the guys have done a good job of buying in.
Anything else for Coach?
I'm good.
Yeah, Coach. Real quick. Obviously, there's a Seminole who's managing a pretty big game tonight. I know he was one of the first, part of one of your first staffs when you were on staff. What do you remember about being around Kevin when he was in the program, and what is it about that cliche that catchers make great managers?
Well, first of all, his personality was such. He's my all-time. And I'm not saying it because he's, you know, the best manager in baseball. I mean it. He's always been my all-time favorite guy. He was tough as nails. Everybody loved him. All he wanted to do was win. He brought it every day. You knew what you were going to get with, you know, with Cassie. And he's just a special human being, and he still is. He's not got the big head. We text back and forth, and all of his old teammates say that he's, texts them back and tries to get to, people's weddings and stuff like that. He's just always been that way, and we're pulling like crazy for him. That's a fascinating group to watch, and man, what a job he's done.
Thank you, Meek.
Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Meek.
Thank you, Stephen.
Appreciate it. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for doing that.
Thanks, sir.
Thanks, guys. I
Thank
don't know
you.
if y'all can hear me or not. Yeah, you can.
Yes.
Okay. Bye-bye.
See you, man.